The Hyperion Cantos is a series of 4 science fiction novels written by Dan Simmons. The story takes place hundreds of years in our future, at a time where humankind has formed the hegemony, spreading out to many planets. Mankind also now had the technology to instantly travel from any world connected in the farcasting web. The books mainly center, however, on the far-off planet of Hyperion, where the merciless Shrike resides. The creature known as the Shrike in the Hyperion Cantos is one of the most intriguing characters to come out of modern science fiction. The creature, which was named for the carnivorous passerine birds of old Earth, terrorizes the world of Hyperion. The Shrike is a being of mysterious origin and incredible power. The Shrike appeared in the books as 4-armed and vaguely humanoid. Its entire body was comprised of some strange metal similar to steel, with countless barbs and spikes covering it. Throughout the series, the Shrike's goals and motivations are ambiguous. It seems to act with no rhyme or reason. The Shrike first appeared on Hyperion with the arrival of the Time Tombs, 6 strange structures in a distant valley on the world. The Time Tombs were constructed at some point in the distant future and were sent hurtling backwards through time. It is assumed early on that the Shrike itself was also created at some point in the distant future, but for an unknown purpose. On the planet Hyperion, the being called the Shrike impales its victims upon the Tree of Pain, a giant structure made of a similar material to the creature itself. Impaled upon the spikes of the Shrike's tree, its victims would be condemned to suffer eternally, fully conscious and aware of their own agony. The Shrike's victims could potentially number in the millions. The Shrike had the power to move through the void which binds in order to travel through time and space. It could travel anywhere, but for the vast majority of its existence, it chose to reside solely on the planet Hyperion, in a territory that it had chosen. The Shrike could move so fast that it often appeared to be in 2 places at once, and its many thorns and spikes could easily butcher any opponent it faced. Normal weapons had no effect on the Shrike, and the creature often intentionally chose to mutilate its opponents in exceedingly horrifying and painful ways. Perhaps due to the ambiguity of its origins, and due to the godlike power of the Shrike, the Church of the Final Atonement was formed after the Shrike first appeared on Hyperion. The Shrike Church revered the entity, naming it the Lord of Pain. Many within the galactic hegemony believed the Church to be a cult. The Church believes that one day the Shrike will unleash its rage onto the inhabited worlds of the galaxy and punish the living for the sins of mankind. It is suggested in the later books that the Shrike may have been the final result of something that evolved alongside the Technocore, the entity created through the amalgamation of all sentient artificial intelligence. It was called the Reaper Program. The Reaper Program was originally designed to maintain order amongst the first AIs, and as the eons passed and the AIs formed into the Technocore, the Reaper Program continuously grew and evolved as well, eventually creating the Shrike. The Shrike acted as the avatar to the ultimate intelligence, an AI god created by the Technocore in the distant future. It had no true motive of its own. It is somewhat implied that the Shrike had been sent back in time to seek out the human counterpart to the ultimate intelligence, which was the collected conscience of humanity. The ultimate human intelligence would reside somewhere in the void which binds. It is possible that the Shrike's Tree of Pain was intended to draw out the human intelligence, so that the Shrike could eliminate it before it was ever a threat to its AI equivalent. The Shrike is of key importance in the Hyperion Cantos. It appears in each of the 4 novels and is a part of every major character arc in the series.